So once I have my design all made up and I'm ready to cut out on our laser cutter, I'm going to go File, Print. I need to make sure that my printer is the correct printer or laser cutter. Right now we're set on VLS 6.60. That's exactly what I want. That is the 60-watt laser. If you are cutting on the 30-watt laser, that will be defined as VLS 2.30. You will see your design down here, a little thumbnail of it. You're going to hit Print. That has now sent our design to the Universal Laser Interface, which can be found by this red icon right here. We now see that our design is located on what is the laser bed here. A few things you need to know about this interface. There's some tools right here we're going to go over. Our first one is our zoom tool. If I select that, I can click on our design and it will zoom in on a specific area. It's important that you are zoomed all the way out when you're getting ready to print so that you know where 0, 0 is in this corner. Some people will zoom in and forget that they are zoomed in, and then their object's not located where they think it is on the print bed. So once you got your zoom right there, we also have our focus view. Focus view is to generate the pointer on the laser when the door is open, and that focus view point will be wherever this blue X is. We can relocate or move our design either by dragging it and left click, drag, and release, and that'll move your design. You can also click on any of these boxes here, and you can actually put in an XY coordinate. Let's say you knew that on your material you were cutting out that 4 inches on the X and 4 on the Y was the exact middle of your material. We see that this exact middle of our design is now on 4 and 4. So there's two ways that you can move your design around on your print bed. I'm just going to place our cow right up here in the corner. Be careful that it doesn't get off of the printable area. It won't be able to actually cut that then. As we move on, there's a duplicate view that's a little bit more advanced setting for duplicating your design over and over. We may talk about that at a later date. And we also have an estimated view where when we click this and we hit start, it will actually estimate how long this cut and this etch will take. So then we're going to, once we get our design located, we're going to get our settings for that design, and we are cutting on acrylic 1/8 inch. So we have our settings, which raster, which is our black, which is our letters in this case. Settings are going to be 80 power, and our speed is going to be 35%, and the PPI will be 500, and 0.125 is our 1/8 of an inch material. It's really important that, as you notice there, I hit enter and these did not set. You need to click the set button to ensure that your settings are entered correctly. And I hit set. For our vector, which is our red line, alright, we're going to change it to vector here. And our vector settings are 100, so that's all good. speed 7, and 1000 ppi, and 0.125. This z-axis, that is the depth. That's what we use the calipers for, to set how thick our material is. That is going to ensure that our laser is focused to that depth. There is a manual way to focus the laser. If you're going to focus it manually, you're going to turn the z-axis to off. All right. I'm going to hit set, and that's going to make sure that our vector is now set at those coordinates. I'm going to make sure I skip all my other colors just in case a stray blue got in there. We don't want that to cut. Once I have those all set to where I want them, I'm going to hit OK. And now we are going to go ahead and start our cut. You'll notice the black is the raster, and the red is the vector. All right. And once again, this red line will be cut out. The laser will punch all the way through the material and follow that path around and actually cut that out. The black will be rastered, where the laser will move back and forth and etch in the text there. So I'm going to turn on my engraver, and we'll get our fan going there. I'm going to make sure that we've turned on the ventilation at the ventilation fan. The laser will take a few seconds to initialize. Once it has done so, this green button will be able to be highlighted, and we click this to start the engraving.